Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 5 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with the 2020-2021 Quebec Nordiques. Vive le Quebec! Jeff, it's been a rough go.
We're not really up to last season's pace, are we?
No, not at all. So just quickly scanning over the results of the All-Star competition, because Jeff told us we needed to do that, and we can see nothing of great importance happened. For us, anyways, because we weren't really in it.
Which isn't surprising, because we having a little bit of trouble scoring goals this year, and it's the guys that score goals that get to the All-Star game.
I see. Ehlers has 45 points in 53 games. Nylander's picked it up a little bit. He's up to 41 and 44 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than where we were when we started up last time. It's some of the guys have gotten started to get going, but
we're still bad.
Secondary scoring. Yeah.
But the good news is, Jeff, as you know, I told you, I have a new mod on my game.
And what is that?
Well, we'll see if we can see it when we play Carolina here. A new mod available on our official forums, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner. And let's see. And I haven't actually tested this, so I'm hoping it's going to work. And all right. So we have game versus Carolina that we're going to play out because we want to see, Jordan Stahl wants his vengeance against these bunch of jerks. And all right. So Braden Holtby's in net, ready to go. See, that's also not been very helpful. He's at a 905 save percentage. Hello, Spook.
Yep, but as long as he brings it in the playoffs, we're still good.
All right, we can see the update already immediately on our screen. That's beautiful.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yeah, the board adds around the boards. I'll call it Save the Quebec. Cool.
All right, I apparently have this on very slow at the moment, so I'm going to stop this and turn this up. And
it's kind of crawling along.
Let's go all goals. And let's move play-by speed to normal, clock speed to very fast. Not slow, normal. All goals. Okay, let's do this. And so we can see. Yeah, Spoke is the one who created the rig for us. I told him I'd have it in the first stream, so thanks for making it.
Yeah, nice job. I have to pick that up.
I said he did put it as a Coliseum de Quebec, which is fine. As the old rig, but I said our new rig is the Bon Chance Arena.
Well, it works if you're playing the WHA, though.
Yes. I do also, as well, like the fact it has the old 2 logos on it. And, oh man, we give up our first goal. Come on, pick it up, boys. Good news is we're getting lots of shots in, although they're beating us 14-8 shots, 14-9. So hopefully we can pick that up a little bit. And by the end of the period, it's 14-12 in shots, down 1-0.
So I can't really blame Holtby for that.
Oh, Shevchenko scores from the side. Come on. That hurts. Oh, 3-0. Holtby, what are you doing, man? We are just down. Come on. Oh, man. Oh, 4-0. This was not a good game to play, apparently. We are getting destroyed.
Well, we're going to have to ditch the mod. It's obviously jinxed. And
and we're waiting, and oh, man.
At least break the shutout. Come on.
Hey, Andrew Kopp scores. Assisted by Yoel Armia. Awesome. 4-1.
So we don't get completely humiliated.
And Ghost Bear Nope. Puck goes all the way down to the other end. Oh, come on. Oh, Ghost Bear's back with it. Oh, man. This is a lot. All right. Stahl scores to make it 4-2. We got a chance now. Oh, no.
See, you shouldn't have said we had a chance. You doomed us. That was your fault.
This is crazy. The puck's just bouncing all over the rink. And here comes a goal. And Skinner scores to make it 4-3 with 20 seconds left in the second period. All right, 4-3 going into the third. Shots are 33-22 for Carolina. Bunch of jerks. And we continue. Come on, boys. Oh, they had a penalty and we couldn't capitalize. Oh, that hurts. 7 minutes left. Oh, here comes a goal by somebody. Appleton. Come on, Appleton. Yes! All right. Appleton scores to make it a tie game.
25-year-old rookie.
Hey, we've had some pretty good luck with some of our waivers. 5-4. Nick Ritchie.
Okay, that's one of the better comebacks we've had, I think.
Down 4-0, and we pull it off. The return is perfect. Whew.
Yeah, I think that gets us past Tampa for second in the Atlantic, but it's we got a ton of games in hand.
Whew. That is, it's the rink spoke says. Well done. Well done. Perfect. Whew. That was stressful. But hey, yeah, I really like that rink. Spoke did all.
Yeah, it does look great.
30 rinks. Well, 31 rinks plus Quebec, 32. You can download off of our forums and a nice mod. And he was okay when anybody criticized to fix something, including me. Sorry. So we got some guys. Oh, good. Sasha Motala is up to 1.5 stars. That's good. He's having a good year. 44 points in 37 games.
Yeah, WHL. Not a huge improvement from last year, but it's good to see that 1.5 stars already on him.
Valtteri Newsombalmer's coming along too. 34 points in 55 AHL games. Not bad. 2-star. Theo Rocher's up to 2 stars. 62 points in 40 games. These are the guys of the future for us. Matthew Joseph is still going up. Good.
Speaking of young guys with high star ratings, has the guy who was posting on Reddit with that crazy Russian dude who was 5 stars at 18 posted any updates yet?
I haven't looked lately, but actually he started off at the draft. He was 4 stars. By the time training camp started, he got to 5. So
nice. Yeah, you won't see that very often. It's possible, but it's super rare.
Yeah.
So that guy's gonna have a great career.
18-year-old 5-star guy. Yeah. Thank goodness he was able to get him and sign him, because that would annoy you if he stayed in the KHL for years.
Yeah, well, it'll be when he's that high, like 5 stars. It's tough for the KHL to hold on to. They just can't compete with the type of contract that he knows he can sign. Well, aside from ELCs, but.
All right. So we'll have a board confidence update from our owner. Our owner should tell us how great we are after that game. That we're the best ever. Right? That's what I'm assuming. Oh, Nate Bastian is on waivers. He was a guy who we had way back in our Seattle franchise back in FHL.
Did we? I don't remember that.
Yeah. The Seattle Kraken. I did some expansion games. Had some fun with. Not putting up too many points. Looks like they picked him up off waivers by the looks of it. If he was... Oh, he's traded there. Okay. Wait. What happened in this trade? New Jersey gets Leon Draisaitl and the rights to Vive Yakimov for Nate Bastian and Colin Wilson. What are you doing, Edmonton? Although that is such an Edmonton move.
True, yeah.
Like...
Yeah, bad. Just looking at Bastian in this game, looks like he's been injured a lot, and it wasn't enough they gave up Draisaitl. They got Yakimov's rights too.
Yeah, we don't really have room.
Really wanted Colin Wilson for some reason.
I'm tempted to try and get him, but
who? Colin Wilson?
Bastian. I mean, he's a pretty good player. He's just still with some talent, but he is
at 23 and still 1.5 out of 3 stars. I don't think he's going to get that 3.5 stars ever.
Jeff, there's a big message in the chat for you. Board confidence update.
I see it.
Last few weeks, team has played very well and maintained excellent performance. We went 6-2-2. Good. Owners happy. That's all what you want to hear. So we're going to move forward.
Oh, the Guru, yeah, the file, the drop downs won't show up. It's just the way the graphics in FHM are rendered. If you're doing it, if you're streaming directly to whatever streaming software you're using, you have to use a screen capture.
Yeah.
If whatever software you've got uses that method,
yeah,
the drop downs will show up okay, but they don't for some reason. Adam and I both use XSplit, and it won't show up when you're.
But I've also previously used OBS as well, and the same thing happens. You need to use
same thing on OBS.
Yeah. You need to use screen. Words are failing me at the moment, but screen.
Yeah, the only downside to the screen capture thing is you sometimes get your window slightly off center, like Adam's done right now.
What do you mean it's slightly off center? What's wrong with that?
Oh, there's like a black border on the upper left.
On the upper left, Jeff.
Actually, you're a little smaller than the. Actually, looking at the whole thing, your window size doesn't quite match your game window.
Yeah, well, that's again because that's the way how it usually is. That's about perfect. Stop complaining.
Okay.
Doing a sends GM mode and trying to fix them.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to fix something when you got no parts left.
Well, you got lots of draft picks.
True. And you'll be low enough to get good ones out of them for the foreseeable future. Speaking of which, looks like the Canucks are probably in line to finish 9th last. So we'll get one more decent player, and hopefully we're not sitting in the front row at the draft anymore after this year.
That seems very optimistic. I'm just going to show the Boston Arena too here, as it should show up here. Look at it so I can see. Oh, look at the yellow border.
One of the things in this save, it's interesting, the Canucks, Thatcher Demko has actually developed. He's up to, I think, 3.5 stars now in this one. And Vancouver is looking a little better. They're above 500. It looks like they're going to make the playoffs this year.
Ooh, 7-4 win in the end for us.
Which is more than we can say for the Jets, who are...
Why you gotta be like that? Oh no, we lost TJ
not quite
Brody.
Last over on the league, but making a good effort of it.
How long is he gone for?
And they have a pile of contracts expiring this year too.
Oh, Jeff, you cursed us.
No comment, Adam?
Oh, no, I'm too mad about this. We lost TJ Brody for 2 to 3 months with a ruptured tendon in his finger. Come on. His finger? I guess that means we're putting Samuel Morin back in.
Adam?
What?
Oh, there you are.
Well, I'm just complaining because you got somebody hurt already.
No, I was talking away there and I didn't hear anything back from you. I don't know if I cut out or you cut out or what happened.
I'm pretty sure everybody can still hear me as far as I know.
Okay.
Oh, man. I can't believe we lost Samuel Morin. Or, sorry, Samuel Morin. We lost TJ Brody. Oh, that hurts.
Guru, which one has the spelling error? I know we fixed one. I may have missed another one somewhere.
I can't believe that. Game versus Colorado. The Nordiques versus the Avalanche.
Nordiques versus the former Nordiques.
And we lose in overtime.
And got trading deadline in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look for somebody soon. Ottawa, we're gonna start Saros versus Ottawa because
Chat question. For next year's edition, there'll be an option to start on any date with actual standings from said date. No, not for FHM. That's new to out of the park this year. We won't be able to do that in FHM as early as next season. That's definitely something. I mean, we'd like to get there eventually, but it's not something we'll be doing yet. Some technical issues and gets a little expensive. You need to get a data service that can update the stats instantaneously for you like that. That's not something we're in a position to do right now.
no, the good news is Josh Bailey's not too far from coming back.
Yeah, he's been out for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, torn pectoral cage muscle. That's on
November the
November.
19th.
I kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, he's coming up on 3 months. And he had been scoring okay before he went down.
Had you got the list also asked, are you guys constantly reevaluating the draft classes because there's a few things with the draft list that could be changed for standings wise?
Yeah, I usually I took a look at them before the last update, and I think we may be doing one more hotfix update. I'm probably going to check them on the weekend and just see if anybody has moved up or down significantly. And there's a few guys I think I'd like to add that aren't in there right now.
Okay, there's a player on waivers we're gonna try and grab here.
Which one?
Tampa Bay just waived Eric Cernak, 1.5 stars, 3-star potential, 23-year-old defenseman. We don't have a lot of depth defensive-wise still. And with our injury here, we might actually need somebody like that, and that'd be somebody who we'd kind of like to trade for. So, I mean, otherwise we're calling up Cal Foote, and he's kind of in the same spot.
We do need to get the football brothers developed at some point.
Well, they're going to be better playing in the AHL, probably developing.
Oh yeah, good. I just found that typo. I'll get that fixed.
We're going to put a claim in on him. At worst, we could try and flip him in a deal. He says, but the draft list, what I'm more saying is looking at the future list of 20.
The next few. I did a bunch of that before Christmas. I haven't really made many changes to it since then, just because it's forecasting so far out. It's not like the predictions shift around much. I'll see if there's anybody new that's popped up in the last couple of months and add them. But
it's really hard to take a look at who's coming down the pipeline 3 years from now.
Yeah,
There's so many things you don't know.
And a lot of it's, a lot of that stuff, like there's off-season tournaments that are good for evaluating that kind of thing.
Okay, good news is we did get Cernak on waivers, so that's nice. I mean, this guy had 25 points on defense last year playing 80 games for Tampa.
Yeah, chat question, Maddie. That's something we're going to be definitely looking at next year. It's actually something I've literally been working on today. Is getting the players like a bigger share of the players' star rating evaluation, having that be dependent on stats optionally. If you'll still be able to do it the old way, but I think we're going to look at doing what OTP does for baseball, although not quite to the same extent, where you can have part of the evaluation be strictly based on their stats and production, possibly things like awards.
Okay, so Josh Bailey is back, so who's coming out of the lineup?
Well, I'm playing Dickinson back down for him, I guess.
Dickinson's just, we don't need to send anybody down. He's just an extra forward.
Oh, you're still at, yeah, you're right at 23.
So, let's see. Christian Thomas, well, he's basically on pace from last year, less assists, but Matthew Joseph is probably the guy who might need to come out.
0 penalty minute. Did he have any check Thomas again? At the start of this one, he had no penalty minutes in 53 games.
4 penalty minutes.
Oh, okay, so he's...
Yeah, I think it's Joseph coming
out. Question in chat about editing the schedule. No, there's no way to do that manually right now. It's you can regenerate a new schedule, but manual editing is a little problematic, mainly because of the international tournaments. Those have to leave, and club schedules have to leave space for that type of thing. And it's not, I mean, for the NHL, it's not such a big deal, but a lot of the other leagues get screwed up really badly if they wind up overlapping games with the international tournaments.
All right, so let's make those adjustments here. Let's see, move that down a little bit, see if we can get these guys a little bit less tired. 17 minutes, 16, 15, 12. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And that Essa Lindell trade.
8 minutes for the top line, aren't you?
Yeah, but they get power play and penalty kill.
Yeah, and actually that reminds me of something in the last update that's a little more of a concern now is fatigue management. Player fitness will tend to go down a bit more than it used to after games now. So it may make sense to lower the target ice time a little bit. They still might get a lot if they're relatively fresh, but...
Ooh, Dallas made a big trade here. They gave up the rights to Tyler Clevin, left-handed defenseman, 4-star potential guy, 19 years old, for Anze Kopitar.
I'm guessing Clevin must have been a fairly high draft pick if he's 4 stars.
1-star potential. It was 4.5.
Yeah, Kopitar, future Hall of Famer.
Was the 14th overall pick in 2020.
Yeah, I guess Dallas is making a push. That looks kind of like the trade to put Ginla in Calgary. You'd think they learn.
Sprung you Mac with a question in the chat for you.
We're working on some experimental stuff now in that direction. You probably won't see much, if any of it, in FHM 6, but maybe beyond there, we're kind of hoping we can do something along those lines for 7. It's going to be a very big project, though.
Always is.
And Brad Marchand breaks his collarbone.
Do you see the mustache on him there? I know I went by kind of quick.
Did I see what? Sorry?
You see his mustache on there? I said I know I went by kind of quick. I'll go back to look.
Oh, on the player pop-up. I did see him getting knocked out by Madison Bowie the other night. That was fun to watch.
There we go. A nice picture there.
Oh yeah, that suits him actually.
Game versus San Jose. Oh, we're going to put Saros in for this one because he hasn't played a lot. And he loses. 5-2. Saros!
On the other hand, you kept Holtby hot, so you kind of want to keep them there going to the playoffs. Are you looking at making any moves next week?
I'm thinking about it, but I don't know what to go for. That's the big thing. The number one thing we probably need is another scoring center. Like a real number 2 line driver guy. Because we have Mason Appleton, and he's playing fine. He is. But
A couple new chat questions. How come WHL CPU can sign 15-year-olds and I'm not able to in FHM3? Unless the computer shouldn't be able to do that. There may be guys with birth dates that makes them look 15 when they're being signed, but they're actually in their 16-year-old season. Unless there was a bug in FHM3 that did that, but I don't remember there being one. Yeah, quick trade question in chat. It's everybody. Problem is, if we make it too hard, then we get complaints about that. So as long as we're getting complaints on both sides, we're probably in the right place.
it's hard to satisfy everybody. But we're always working on balancing our trade. Trying to find somewhat balance. Would you say that, Jeff?
Yep.
And all right, game versus Pittsburgh here. All right, Saros, go in there and do something good for us. And he picks up the win. Awesome. 4-3. Take that, Pittsburgh. As we continue to beat you in the standing, 75 to 72 points.
I wonder if maybe we should look at a center at the trading deadline.
Well, that's what I said about a scoring center, Jeff. Thanks for paying attention there.
I was answering chat questions.
Oh, well, what do you think you would need? A scoring center. Yeah, maybe you should look for a scoring center. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
Okay. But have you thought about picking up a scoring center?
I don't know who you are anymore. Brad Marchand is actually on the trade block.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot, at least at the start of this. I'm looking at a slightly older save than Adam is.
Polly Walnuts is available.
Yeah, 2 stars though.
2.5. Well, maybe 2 stars. It's only B rated. If you look at upcoming free agents,
Yeah, might be able to get a rental out of that.
best guy is Martin Neckus, but I don't think Carolina's going to be thrilled about trying to send him.
He's only going to be an RFA too, so.
Robert Thomas would also be a decent little pickup.
Eric Stahl is aspiring, although Carolina's in a playoff race.
He's
So
back in Carolina. How nice for him. Derek Stepan is probably available.
yeah, looks like he went back as a free agent 2 years ago.
I think we tried to get Matt Barzell, and they were like, nah.
Yeah, that was way beyond what we could have given up.
Nothing incredibly outstanding here.
Oh, Getzlaff is there. I mean, he's almost out of gas. He's down to 2.5 stars, but
Yeah, he's not really a guy we want to give up a lot of assets for.
yeah.
Nobody's exactly jumping off the shelves here saying, this is who we need.
Yeah, just an off year, I think, for future upcoming centers, free agents.
Game versus Carolina. Skinner and Kopp are 90%. Armia's at 90. Yeah, come on, guys. Get up to 100% health. Let's go. And we lose, and he gets a little bit less cold. Ugh. Ugh. 5-3 loss. Neckest scores, of course.
You might be able to get another look at. You might be able to get Getzlaff reasonably cheaply.
Oh, Jeff,
dead
you
last.
just had to do this. Why?
What?
Why do you
What did
do
I
this
do?
to us?
What?
Ah,
Who did you hurt? Oh, great, Skinner.
for 4 months.
Ah.
Okay, well, I guess we need a winger now. Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Well, we could go with the traditional Kyle Connor move. He's in his. Oh no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong guy. I thought he only had 1 year left. He's got 4. Forget that.
Oh, Jeff. Trade block still sucks.
I think we're probably gonna have to do something to fix that, or otherwise.
Oh, man. Try and pry Gunsel out of Pittsburgh. Biggest problem is all the guys who are expiring are basically guys we're fighting against, other than like Gabriel Landeskog. But I don't think Colorado's going to be very happy about trying to move him.
Yeah, Colorado's having a good season too, so they're going to be contending. They're not going to want to do that.
Okay, you know what?
Good to ask you, Chad, about getting teams to shoot more in tactics. There's not any of the individual tactical settings won't work, but in the tendencies, there's an option to shoot more often, an option to pass less often or more often. That's the easiest way to increase your shot totals.
If we're going to do this, we're going to go after the old school guy who keeps coming over and ripping up the NHL. Let's see if the Rangers will let us have him. I want Sergei Mozikin. Rangers have no real weakness. Always good to hear.
But they're in 5th place for some reason. Although, I mean, looking at them on paper, they are pretty good.
They need salary back. Okay.
So have we got anybody we want to dump? You're giving us up for a 37-year-old Russian, by the way.
I know. You said you wanted somebody who's just kind of... He's 39, by the way, not 37. Get your facts right, Jeff.
Much better.
Well, you wanted Corey Perry, who's like a half a year difference.
Well, that's because we could get him for virtually nothing.
You keep knocking everybody out. Okay, how much? Like, literally, I have to send them one more person? Come on. All right, let's see if they'll take our AHL goalie. Oh, come on. Really?
If you're just adding players to it, that's not going to get them to
No,
do anything different.
They need... well, it's just never accept his offer, but they need salary back in return.
So you got to find somebody that's got something other than a 2-way contract.
Oh, Matthew Joseph. They would do all that. Ugh. If I sent them Joseph... Okay, hold on. If I sent them Cernak, who's the guy who we just picked up, Matthew Joseph and Dickinson, we could make the trade.
Maybe see if you can get at least like a low round draft pick too.
So you're thinking this would be a good trade for us?
For about a season.
Oh, it's losing. I mean, Joseph we picked up on waivers, and as same with Cernak. So we're really not.
No good. Check question. Good or not the individual player sliders in the tactical. Well, yeah, actually, you can do it for individual players too, but if you want to do it for the whole team, it's the global settings, and then tactical tendencies, top right corner.
Okay, they will do this trade, Jeff. Cernak, Joseph, and Dickinson for Mozikin and their second-round pick.
Okay, well, at least we get something long-term back.
Good.
That's going to be a fairly high second rounder.
So we're finalizing that trade. All right. I'd kind of like to pick up another defenseman again.
I think we got a few ready to go in Fort Worth, don't we?
No.
1.5 star guys.
I'm literally replacing Mozikin with
Hetherington.
Skinner.
That still does nothing, though, for our center problem. So, unless you want to move Nylander into the middle and try him there.
Well, we're okay for the moment, but now I need to find... I got to take Samuel Morin off the trade block because we definitely can't lose him now. Screw it. He can stay on there in case we get a really good offer.
Yeah, you never know. Who have you got in who's the second line center right now?
It's Mason Appleton.
Seriously?
Yeah, I have him and then Lowry and then Janarok at the end. We could call up Valerie Newsenbaumer if we need an extra guy, who I wouldn't mind. And he can play center. He's got 37 points in the AHL in his first year.
See, how's he relative to...
Who's our upcoming free?
Yeah, Appleton's pretty much the same offensively, a little better defensively, so... No, you might as well just let Newsbomber develop. But yeah, that scares me going into the playoffs with a guy who's on track for about 20 points as our second line center.
Well, he was playing fourth line up until not that long ago. We only moved him up. Okay, Mozikin wants only $1.4 million for next year.
1 year? Yeah,
One year.
Can't hurt. It's cheap.
Even if he retires, he wants a no movement, but really, that's nothing to try and sign him onto that.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to the front office. Look at the trade block. Nothing incredibly special, but Christian Dews is on the trade block. I wonder if we get him for next to nothing. 26 years old, 2-star, 2.5 potential, 5'11".
I mean, we see better guys, or at least equal guys, coming through on waivers. I don't know.
Guess we could look at free agents. I don't think there is anybody of note left, but just in case.
Really doubt it, yeah. They should all be cleaned up.
Dennis Yemitov. No idea. Well, okay, Alex Goligoski. We could sign him for a 1-year deal. Or Jay Bouwmeester.
Goligoski's still at 2 stars, isn't he? Yeah, he's...
Oh, jeez, he wants a 2-year deal. You're not getting 2 years.
Looks like he tried to sign and rush at one point, and they dumped him, and... When was that? Was that this season? That was... Yeah. No, the middle of last... No, that's this season. Or how did he...
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Arizona cut him loose after...
I offer him just over $2 million for this year, and he signed that. So there we go.
Yeah, if we've got the space to do it, might as well. Yeah, he's insurance.
Yeah, so he signed. So there gives us our defenseman back. Let's just go back to our roster here for a minute. We're going to put his jersey number as... He is going to be number 40. Okay, so that gives us one extra guy. We don't have an extra forward. But we'll call somebody up or watch waivers as the trade deadline approaches. I actually feel pretty good about that. bring in Mozikin too. We can just literally throw him on the first line. And Mozikin signs and re-ups. I mean, he's 3-star potential. He's scoring at a pretty decent rate. 45 points in 59 games with the Rangers.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't completely fall apart next season.
If he does, we dump him into the minors. We still got a second-round pick out of that, trading guys who are not... We picked up off waivers.
Yeah.
I mean... That's a win for us and a win for the Rangers, too.
A guy who's nearly 40 with 1 year left in his contract didn't have a whole lot of value left for the Rangers, so...
No, but he was their captain. He was their captain. Man, Gudu is just murdering you in the chat, huh? Do you see this?
Yeah, well, not that I'd complain if you got him out of Vancouver, Gudu.
Okay, Nick Merkley's on waivers. I'm just putting a waiver claim in on him.
Yeah, that would... how's he doing in this game? Can't be that bad, can he?
He's 1.5 star, 3-star potential.
See that one? There might be some room to develop there. Wow, it looks like he had a good last year and then just completely fell apart. So
yeah, so I don't know if we can get him on waivers. That fixes a lot of issues with us, or gives it not fixes issues with us. Gives us a little more flexibility. Game versus Minnesota here.
Looks like he was actually waived out of Arizona, and Ottawa picked him up earlier this season, and he didn't really do anything in Ottawa. Wound up getting sent down to Belleville.
Overtime win. And Mozikin picks up his first assist with us. All right. Solid first game, first assist. What you really need to do, Gudu, is go back and start a game in like the 1980 and go get Mark Messier on your team. Okay, good. We got Merkley on waivers.
Okay, maybe that's our insurance center.
Well, that just brings us some... Brings us a little bit of tidiness. Giving us back some forward depth. Although I never looked at his contract. 2 years at... Okay, at nothing, so... 1.5 star, 3-star potential. Yeah. He can play any position. Perfect. I have nobody worth trading for, to be fair. What
His center rating is a little bit lower than the wing rating, so don't know how well he'd work in. We've got time to get him improved there.
I'm not putting him in the lineup right now anyways. We got LA versus and Buffalo. We're going to throw in Saros. Come on, Saros. Pick us up a win here. And he loses. Oh, man, he gives up 5 goals. We lose 5-4. Mozikin picks up another assist. So he's working out. He's putting up a point per game. What else do you want from the guy?
What?
You remember about that Twitter thing I mentioned before?
Which thing?
About that trade that happened in this guy's game? The Rangers and Canucks made another...
Oh, right.
Another trade. So Vancouver is receiving Brendan Smith and a 6th-round pick for the rights to Jet Wu and Sam Gagner.
Well, I got rid of Gagne.
Oh, that's so Canucks, though, huh? And Winnipeg might be looking at firing Paul Maurice. All right. Let's go. Sim it out, and we win. 4-1. All right. Holtby's back up to 5 heat. And Mozikin scores his first goal for us. Excellent. Gudu in the chat said he has nobody worth trading for. The correct answer is everybody's worth trading for. You just have to find the right person. And all right, we have here trade deadline. Do we feel good about where we are then, Jeff?
Take a quick look at the roster. Don't know if there's anything we can do.
So we don't have a 7th round pick, but we
Cheaply.
have 2 seconds. Oh, you know what? Before we do anything else, let's just take a quick look at unsigned upcoming free agents. Anybody worth trying to trade?
And is there anybody on 1 year's with 1 year left for us that we need to get re-signed?
Well, that's what I'm looking at right now. Christian
Alexiak's.
Thomas is, but I think I'm okay with letting him go at this point.
Alexiak's probably worth re-signing.
Yeah, but we
Not
could have
having a
Adam.
great year, but-
We'd have Adam Foote in that position next year, or not Adam Foote.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, and he's.
boy.
I just checked what Alexiak wants: 2.7 a year for 3 years.
Yeah, the 2-star
He's shooting a
defenseman.
little high there.
Let's just
Yeah,
see
no
what he
thanks.
wants on this one. Yeah, 2.66. No, thank you. Some guys who just haven't turned out from signings. Again, Christian Thomas isn't bad, but he's 2 stars. I might as well let him walk and let somebody else try and come up. Our AHL guys are just dreadful who are on here. Other than maybe Alexander he might be worth trying to still develop. What does he want?
The 3-star guys I would look at.
Okay, he still wants only 750. Oh, no!
What?
Well, if I redo that contract, he's going to be upset. He only wanted a $750,000 a year, so he's going to get sent down to the minors and be in an angry mood about having all that money. Or do I revoke the offer?
And then he won't sign for you at all.
Well, he could be a trade bait later. Zach Walker's 22. He's still only half a star. I'm just going to let him walk. He's not turning it out. Samuel Dovall is who we brought in basically because he was a good junior player. He's only 1 star, 2.5 potential. Not really.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to turn
Bailey
into anything.
Webster is half star, 3-star potential, but he's 23 at this point. And he hasn't really developed, so I don't really see much reason to sign him. Gustav Olsson's 26 and still only 1.5 stars. Again, pretty much okay with letting him walk.
Yeah, unless you, I mean, you could keep him around as a spare part, but you can sign somebody else in the offseason just as
Okay,
easily.
you know what? I'm going to sign Samuel Morin, though, because he just wants a 2-year deal for $750 a year. So that's easy.
Yeah, and he's still got some room to improve, yeah.
But I think other than that, no, we're going to hit continue and just let her roll. Please don't curse us with any more injuries, Jeff.
Not saying a word.
Glenn Sather might be stepping down from being president of the New York Rangers. Interesting.
Oh, not in the game, real life?
Yes, no, in real life.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Yeah, I was wondering, well, wait, we don't have presidents in...
All right, this is interesting. The Jets trade away Josh Morrissey to Dallas for with a 7th round pick for Nikita Zaitsev and the rights to Alexander Baranka. Jets, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're
Okay,
last place in
well,
the
here they go.
division right now.
They went and got Charlie McAvoy and a 6th rounder for Logan Stanley and the rights to Jake Hale. Okay, well, that makes sense. They also traded for Patrick Seelan, getting rid of Anton Stolman.
Yeah, Jets going nuts.
Oh, making some trades. And all
Oh,
the
these are the
guys
deadline deals? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
all the guys signed. And the Oilers, still in quest for a goalie, trade their 3rd round pick. Looking for another one. We do have some guys we probably have to sign anyways coming up on Waivers. Not waivers. Draft picks. You're going to need contracts. Another reason not to rush anything. And a win over Ottawa. And, oh, no point for Mozikin.
Yeah, you're going to have to get Metallo signed in the off-season. Washcrack looks like he's kind of on the bubble as to whether or not he's worth signing or not. And is that it? Oh, and Isaiah, the Russian goalie, is probably not worth signing.
No. No, but we are at like 46, 47 contracts, so we got to be careful. Oh, man, Hopi went down in leadership. What are you doing, Hopi? Is Nick Wong signed? I don't know if he is.
I think... Oh, no, he isn't.
That's another guy who probably we're going to sign.
Oh, you don't have to do that till next year?
All right. I'm looking here. Good thing Theo Rocher. Yeah, like Theo Rocher and Valerie Newsom-Bomber could be on our team next year. Both guys can play center. So that kind of fixes our center issue too. Any first line left wingers in the mid-90s you can recommend?
Mid-90s. Well, he was in 97, 98, wasn't he?
I'm just trying to think.
Keith Kachuk. Red Hull's probably still got a little gas in the tank at that point.
Who's left wingers?
Yeah, and the late 90s weren't great for...
Go over and just put any forward as a winger, but I mean, like a guy like Pat Verbeek. You know what? If you want to just go look at what Detroit did by 2002 and basically look for those guys 5 years beforehand. Pat Verbeek, Brett Hull, Robitaille. I think he was on that team. Hey, you can find a lot of guys there pretty quick. Bring in most of the Russians. The Bure brothers. There you go. Overtime loss versus Columbus. Mozikin picks up another assist. Oh, man. Yeah. Guda says, oh, true, I'll do that. I mean, the 90s are a pretty special time for interesting hockey players. You could just build a team out from defense. Just go get Scott Stevens and Al McInnes. And probably Chris Chelios. And there you go. You don't need anybody else on defense.
So you can get Chelios to play until he's 50?
McInnes was pretty old. Do you think he was almost 40 when he retired? If he wasn't 40. Game versus Florida. Let's see that beautiful Florida rink. And they quickly put in 3 shots on that. You get 1 on a power play. Ooh, 8-2 shots, 10 minutes in. Another penalty. What are we doing? There's the Florida rink. Alright. Oh no, we lost that game 4-1. Good thing I simmed through that because that would have just been too hard to watch. What are you doing though? Come on, boys.
Where does that put us in the standings now?
Oh man, and Mozikin got hurt.
How bad?
Day to day, it says.
Okay. Sit him down until he's hurt. He's only a old man broke a hip.
Let's replace him with Nick Merkley. There he is. I will check the standings after I sim through today. We are currently 38, 25, and 6 for 82 points, which means we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, on the verge of having enough for the playoffs.
Interesting player on waivers, which is Brandon Tanev. I'm tempted, Jeff. I'm tempted. 2 stars, 2 stars.
2 stars, 29 years old.
I am tempted.
Making 1.3 million. Expiring contract. I mean, not going to hurt us any, but I don't really see what he adds.
Grit, Jeff. Grit. As we don't really have another forward.
And the guy who gets 20 penalty minutes a year is going to add grit.
Yeah, he's led the Jets. He's set a new Jets franchise record for hits. Since you made us lose Jeff Skinner for 3 to 4 months. But fine, I won't pick him up. Yes, I am. I'm picking him up. Claim player. I've claimed him. Jeff doesn't know. It's okay.
I do now.
Let the young guy stay in the minors.
You're only, how many guys have you got in the roster now? Only 22?
We're at 23 now, I think. Assuming we got him. We did.
Yeah, you can send him to Fort Worth.
If we need to. We're at 23 of 23 now. So we're good for the moment.
Give them a little playoff depth. I'm assuming they're going to make it.
Oh, man, I forgot to look at the standings.
Oh, actually, it looks like they might be in trouble.
Well, I'm not sending him down right now. We kind of need him for the moment.
Oh, yeah, because Merkley's in for Mziakin.
Yeah. Okay. So we are currently in 4th in the Eastern Conference at 82 points. Wow, Philly's got 98. And
Oh,
played
did the
2 less
guys
games than us.
finally all develop at once? Yeah, Nick Patrick's up to, or Nolan Patrick's up to 4 stars.
46 and 15. Ooh. Just look at that Philly team for a second here.
Yeah, Provorov's 4 stars. And Giroux and Voracek are still hanging on.
Provorov has 69 points in 67 games. Giroux has 80 points in 65 games. That'll do it. Oh, Jack Rozovic's on that team. Man, Winnipeg let him go too. Wow. Nolan Patrick has 25 points in 30 games. Got hurt, but he's producing. Voracek's got 83 points in 67 games. That'll do it. So we're currently sitting in the playoffs at least. And second in the Atlantic Division behind Buffalo.
So, yeah, a decent shot at home ice advantage, at least for the first round.
Yeah, we're going to need to put up some wins, though, if we're going to get her going.
Well, it looks like the Rangers have turned it around a little bit.
Well, those couple of young guys should help.
Or Mziakin was holding him back.
Well, we traded them 3 guys for 1.
Are any of those guys actually in the lineup, though?
I don't know. We'll take a look in a minute. And the Rangers. Let's see. Dickinson's in and has 3 goals and 1 assist for 4 points in 7 games.
Doesn't look like the others are, though. But still, yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, it was the defenseman, right? And
Can't remember who the third guy was.
The Frenchman. He was a right winger.
Oh, yeah, Joseph.
No, wrong. Oh yeah, Matthew Joseph. Yeah. It didn't say they had any bad weaknesses when we traded for him too. So, but sneaking out that second round pick is still a good thing for us. All right, we'll play this game out versus Ottawa, and then probably call it for the night here. So let's see what we can do. Man, we go the first shot of luck. 4 minutes in before we finally got a shot on net. Trying pretty even, I think. The guy who out scores the goal, Mason Appleton.
Well, if he'd score a little more often.
It's 2-0. Shots are 12-6, but we're now playing on the side. Yeah, have we got any shots?
Well, it looks like Ottawa this offseason they picked up Giordano as a free agent. Paid him $6.7 million, and he's declined to 2 stars. And he's got another year left on his deal.
Beautiful.
There's about $13.5 million of Alex money down the drain.
2-1 at the end of 2. Piled on 39 shots. 42 now. So we should lose this game with 2 minutes left or something.
Way to jinx us.
That's a win. 3-1. All right. So with that, I will start doing our outro as I flip it over to the next day, and then we'll put it on to our stats the season to see how we have improved. So thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager 5 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. We stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. You can yeah, I said that right.
You did.
I'm mixing up first things, second things. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook pages at facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. You can also come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums where you can find and talk about FHM 5, Out of the Puck Baseball 20, Perfect Team 2.0, or anything else you want to talk about. Jeff, I just want to point out here, William Nylander is up to 60 points in 62 games. Ehlers is at 59 through 71. And Mozikin is now up to 50 and 65. So
At least we got the score from the first line now.
We're making some points. Stahl's up to 46 and 61. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Did I miss anything? Do we need to add anything else?
No, I don't think so. We'll be back next week with the to be determined game. Haven't decided what we're going to be doing yet. Now the other game is over.
Yeah.
But come up with something interesting.
All right. Sounds good. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all again next week.